My name's Jennifer Penrose, and I wanted to talk to you about osteoporosis, but particularly, it is not normal to shrink. And I think that's a myth that is lingering far too long. If you are shrinking more than, half an inch a year, or more than 1.6 inches in your lifetime, you probably have had what we call a vertebral compression fracture in that upper back, and you're developing this kyphotic rounded curve because that fracture has happened in the vertebrae. If you notice that you are shrinking, then you really should probably have a bone density scan to see if you are osteopenia or osteoporotic, so that softer bone. And we can help people gain height through some stretching. So those postural muscles and that position that you end up getting, we have seen our osteoporosis people gain an inch in height. And really that inch is not from causing the bones to grow. It's from stretching out all those tight tissues that have adapted that posturing. So that is something that we can help with. And if you are frustrated with your posture in general, or have noticed that awful rounded upper back hump, there are things you can do for it. So we would love to help you with that. The other thing that I wanted to help educate just people in general about osteoporosis is in terms of calcium. After the age of 21, our bodies only absorb 20% of the required calcium from food. Our GI system just isn't as good at absorbing calcium. So you could be eating all the right foods, but you're really only absorbing 20%, which is pretty shocking. So being on a good calcium supplement that is highly absorbable, so you want to make sure what you're taking is actually being absorbed. There are some better products out there that have been researched and backed by science that show that it's absorbed at 95%. And those are in isotonic form, meaning it's a powder mixed with water, so it's liquid. Isotonic meaning it's in the same composition as your blood plasma, so we can absorb it really readily. If you want more information on that, go ahead and email me at jennifer@penrosept.com. So definitely be getting enough calcium, vitamin D, vitamin K if you are in the soft bone category. The other thing that people often say to me about getting older is the shrinking and then their feet are growing. Well, they're not technically growing, but they tend to flatten out, and so the joints and the ligaments that hold up that arch, they kind of collapse, they start to give out, and so your foot basically seems like it's growing in length and width. So the best thing you can do is wear the right inserts for your shoes and good quality shoes. And there's over 15 different foot types, believe it or not, out there. So picking the right insert takes some time and some detail, so we can also help with that. And you want to do that to help the longevity of your feet, but it also makes an impact in supporting your knee, your hip, and your back with having the right insert in there. So those are my little tidbits on comments that I hear from patients is, I'm shrinking and my feet are getting bigger. And it does make us tend to laugh, but you need to know that shrinking is a myth, and then what you can do about the feet getting bigger. So hope you found that helpful, maybe even a little chuckle, but don't be afraid to reach out for help with your posture, getting taller, and the right calcium product, and foot inserts if needed. Thanks.